Hey everyone, it's Kathy Schmitt, the Backyard Stamper. And tonight I am excited to show you what we made in our mystery stamping on Monday night. It's a fun fold that is really fun to make. So I will flip the camera down and get started. And I think I have everything ready tonight. Bonus. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, you can sign up for my newsletter by going to this QR code. If you have any questions, just email me at kathy@backyardstamper.com. And if you would like to shop at my Stampin' Up store, it's kathyschmitt.stampinup.net. And my blog is backyardstamper.com. So I'll get that right out of the way. This is the fun fold that we're going to make tonight. And I'm going to make it slightly different down in this area. So we'll see how that goes. I've got some extra pieces just in case. But isn't this fun? It makes two little boxes and it stands up on your desk once it's like, so it stands up nicely. And I've got my writing on the back. So we will get started. The products that I'm using tonight are the Relaxing Waterfront bundle and the stamp set and the dies. So let me just raise that up a little bit. We're using that, and we're using this gorgeous Scenic Coast designer paper. This paper is amazing. It comes in 6x6. It's 48 sheets, and every sheet has an amazing hand-painted sunset on it. And then it's got a little holographic to give you that reflection. Even the back side is pretty. So just stunning. So we made a card in my class last Saturday too, and we used this designer paper. So it was a big hit. Very, very lovely. So let me tuck that away. And our new catalog is live now. So I can actually open the book and show you where this designer paper is. It is on page 65, and it's a specialty paper because of that holographic, but it's got Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel, Crushed Curry, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and Strawberry Slush. Really beautiful. And then the Relaxing Waterside is right about here. Let's see, right here. Okay, so it's on, this bundle is on page 40. So it's $46.75 if you buy it as a bundle, because when you buy it as a bundle, it is 10% off. It also is part of a suite. Let me get that here. Let's see here. Here we go. Part of a suite. So in this suite, there's designer paper too. And the designer paper is really awesome. I brought my pack downstairs for my class, so I can't show it to you live, but it's got scenery, it's got plaid, it's got life jackets and oars and waves. It's really, really nice. So, and then you've got your bundle. So, and then they have these trinkets too. And you could make earrings out of them even, if you want to. Okay, so if you need a catalog, if you don't already have one and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, just shoot me an email, Kathy@backyardstamper.com, and I will be happy to mail you one. All right, so that housekeeping's out of the way. And I have cards to show you after, so let me just set myself back up. So everything I need is right on top. Okay, look, I even have my stamps mounted. But let's go through how to score your paper to make this fun fold. Before we get started though, I have to say hi to my mom. Hi Mom, I'll see you tomorrow. I can't wait. And I know you're going to be amazed at this fun fold because you always like it when I make fun cards that are a surprise. So, all right. Here are my supplies for tonight. I've got a piece of blueberry bushel that is 4 1/4 by 11. And I have another piece that is 3 by 5. I've got a scrap of base with from the Scenic coast. And then I have a piece of white for the back. And then I have some scraps for sand and this is for the fold area. So I need these 2 pieces and then these are my scrap pieces. So we'll see how this all works out because I am going to do the sand part a little differently. Hello everyone. I see my mom and Anne is on and Susie and Becky and Stephanie. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to score this 11 on the 11-inch side, and we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch. And you know what? I got to cut this down to 10 1/2. Hold on, I almost forgot that part. We would have figured it out. So it's 10 1/2 long. All right, so now on the 10 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at a 1/2 inch. Let me get that out of the way. 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5. Okay, so it's 1/2 inch, 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5. All right, and then on our little piece, we're going to score at 1/2 inch and 1 3/4. And that is all the scoring that we're going to do. All right, let me put this away. Yes, Stephanie asked if this was our mystery stamping card because she missed the beginning, and the answer is yes. And look, Stephanie, just for you, I haven't cleaned my bone folder yet. But you know what I'm going to do? That looks pretty grody. I'm going to bring out a clean one. All right, let's score all these. We're going to fold and burnish on the score lines. So if you're interested in mystery stamping, you can join my Stampin' Up team, and we do mystery stamping every month on the first Monday of every month, and we have a really good time. And right now there's a fantastic starter special, a joining special, where you can get all 5 of these new magnetic ink pads for free when you join my team. And so this is a $65 value. These magnetic pads are awesome. The lids just separate and they're magnetic, so they go right back together. And we're going to use the Peaceful Pine one tonight. See, they're so magnetic, you can stack them like that. So it's pretty nice. And I still just put them in my Stampin' Up storage bin that I'm using. So that is good. So I don't need this open yet. getting myself distracted. Okay, so the next step that we're going to do is we're going to adhere this 4-inch piece of paper. Now the other night, what I forgot to do is when I had my box part on, it covered up my sunset. And you know what? It's going to do exactly the same thing. Because, look, I'm covering my sun. Oh, it's barely there. So that's not what I wanted. Let me cut this up a little bit higher. I'm going to cut a little off the top and see if I can capture more of the sun. Okay, so let's see. I want my sun on the right side, not the left side. So that's one thing I got to change up. Let's see, 4 inches. I'm going to take a little bit off this side first. And then I'm going to do 4 inches. So my sun's not right on the edge. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit of this beautiful sunset off. I don't need to cut too much. Let's start with a 1/2 inch. And if I put my paper here, and then I fold my box up, and I put my second piece on, have I covered my sun up? I'm going to cut a little bit more off so that the sun goes higher in the sky, even though it's going down. Well, maybe it's going up. All right, that's what I'm going to do, just like that. Because now, when my box is ready, you can still see the sun. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'm going to use this piece. Let me cut it at 4. And then I have a little strip here, extra, and a couple strips here. That's the problem with this paper is, you know, not problem, but I've been chopping it up and I have a lot of little strips, but luckily the back is a pretty color, so I can use that. All right, so there we go. Susie's asking how how I don't get my cards dirty. I really don't score a lot with that bone folder. That's kind of like my ink masher when I'm re-inking a pad, but I have been known to do it, and it doesn't smudge. That I'm going to tell you. I will clean it. I'll show you, and you'll be surprised. Okay, back to this. I've got my 4-inch piece, so I'm going to go ahead and mount that up at the top and leaving a little bit of the margin around. All right, so then I'm going to fold this up, and I'm going to put my strip on here. And like so. And I can go kind of close to the top, even though this is a little wider, because I'm going to have my sand right there too. And then we're going to take this piece, and what did I do with my piece for that? Let's see here. Did I cut it? Okay. So what I was thinking of doing is, this is where I'm going to try something a little different. So if I put this so it hits the horizon, then my water will be right at the top. And I'm going to put that little holographic there. All right, so actually it goes at the bottom. So if I do something like this, right at the top, and I'm going to make my box like that, and I'm going to bring, so when my cards open, what the illusion I'm trying to do, and I did it here, and it was quite by accident, is I lined up so that my water lines up and my sunset also lined up. See my horizon line there? right here and here. So that's what I wanted to do for this one. So I need to cut this down a smidge. I need to cut it to this, or to 2 3/4. So we'll just go like 2 3/4. And I want a little bit of the middle water too. So I'm just gonna waste a little more paper. So I've got all these little piddly things of water around, which is fine. It's just paper. Okay, so let me go ahead and put that on. And I'm not worried about this part because this is where I'm going to try something a little different than I did the other night. So I have this and that. All right, so what I need to do is apply some adhesive on this flap here. And I'm going to use my skinny glue so that I make sure I get it right where I need it to. So I've got my flap, my cards folded like this. I'm going to take my little index fingers, fold the glue under, and keeping this section here that I just put the water at the bottom, I'm going to set that down on the glue. And then when it comes up, it's perfect. Doesn't that look like, oh, so pretty. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to add a little dab of glue on my flap, and I'm going to fold the flap back. So I've got my designer paper here, my glue tabs. I'm going to fold it back. And what I want to do is, let me think here a minute. I want this to go up like that. So I'm actually doing this a little bit different than we did the other night. So if I have my glue, I'm putting it right on the horizon, because when my box is open like this, my water is going to be right at the horizon. See how those match up? So that's okay. I did it that way, and then I'm going to put some tape on this, and let's go ahead and shut that down, and it pops back up. There's my box so far. Pretty easy, right? All right, so now for the decorating part. Let's bring out the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I will show you how I cut these pieces. Let me just put that. So let me get my scrap of basic beige. And I found the basic beige was, because the die cut leaves a little edge, it was a little bit nicer than the white. Oh, the white was so stark. So I still can't find my pecan pie ink pad, guys. Don't ask me. I don't know the answer where it is. But I'm going to just ink this up. I should have waited a minute to move this out up on the table. Hold on a minute. Let me do my stamping, and then I'll bring the machine in. Okay, so I've got my spot still, which I'm using until I find my ink pad. Okay, so I have my little Adirondack chair. I love that. And then I have, I'm going to take my smoky slate, this is the same color combination I used last week, but I had them already die cut for you. And so this week I just wanted to show you how easy it is to use these dies. So I have my coffee, my bird, and then I want to stamp my beach grass. Now, sometimes with these new pads, you know, you got to kind of get used to a new way of stamping. And I know we've got the old pads that you can pound on. You've got the newer pads that are Kiss the Bunny. They're so squishy, you can't smash them in. And then these. And so what they recommend for this is a twist and then a tap, tap, tap. Twist and tap, tap, tap. And you'll get really good coverage. See what I mean? All right, twist and tap, tap, tap. And that's because this is a linen pad. And so I moved some stuff out of the way. So if you just tap, 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 you might not get as good coverage. And the other thing they always recommend, which I always recommend anyways, is be sure you walk your ink pad around on your block. So you're not just using the center, because that was one of the things with the old linen pads. They didn't have a firm underneath. So you kind of got the little dip in the middle from everybody going right in the middle. So these aren't going to do that, which is great. All right, so now we've got our die cutting machine is ready to rock and roll right up here. Okay. Let me move this up so that it's not quite so in your face, right? Alrighty. Hope you guys are still there. I haven't seen any comments for a little bit, so just checking to see if you're still with me. All right, so I've got my dies. I've got them on a magnet sheet. So let's see here. I'm gonna get my tall grass. I need, these two are cattails. So I'm gonna bring those out. And those don't have a stamp. I've got my bird, my coffee cup, and my chair. All right. So what's nice is if you stamp and you kind of space out your things on your scrap paper, you can die cut everything at the same time. And that is a bonus. Okay, so I got, oops, I'm just using a little bit of Post-it note tape to make sure my dies don't move. Okay, and I got to grab a little bit more tape. I just get this on Amazon, or you can get it at Staples too. It's just this Post-it tape. And so just rip some off, and then I usually like tear it in half. And you can use it over and over, so I just stick it on the end of my desk until it has no more stick. Oh, you guys, thanks for letting me know you are still with me. And I should have one more die. What did I do? Oh, here's the grass one. I didn't take it off the sheet. One more Post-it note. And so at my class, I made them, my people that came, I made them do their die cutting too, so they could see how easy it was. And they did a card with the chair and the bird and the coffee cup. I'll show you that after. All right, here we go through the machine, cranking right along. There. All right. Now, let me move this out of the way. And I can move this mouse out of the way too. Sorry, I didn't know that was still in the camera. All right, and then we just poke them all out, and let's see here what we've got. I'm going to bring my magnet sheet right in because then I know I can put my dies away right as I take them off, which, believe me, I don't normally do, and I usually have to hunt around looking for my dies. Does anybody else have that happen to them? You try so hard to keep it all clean, but sometimes it just gets away from you. There was that little bit on the chair stuck in there. Let me just slide that down. And then I need these. I'm just taking the tape off and I put it on the corner on the edge of my desk, so it's there the next time. Even though this isn't really my working desk, this is my filming desk. So my other desk is usually full of stuff that I haven't put away yet. All right, I'm almost there. This actually, it went really fast die cutting, but there were a lot of pieces. And I just want to poke that out, and we are ready with all of our die cuts. There. I started using magnet sheets because the tape that the dies come on is so strong that, I mean, I was like working way too hard to get it off the tape. Okay, so we've got all these pieces. Now, let's bring in a piece of scrap paper because I just need to color a little dab on these. I want to color my coffee cup because that's kind of boring, and I want to color my bird a little tiny bit, and I want to color my cattails. So I'm going to color my cup this time dark balmy blue instead of pool party, because the pool party I felt like got kind of lost because we're doing it on cardstock, not white, and so the color actually looks a little different because we're not on white. So I'm just gonna follow the little cheat lines, and then in my saucer I'm going to do a little smoky slate, so that's easy. Then the bird, what I did before was I'm going to use my my light balmy blue, and I'm just going to bring a little bit of color in. Not much, just a little bit. And then I'm going to do the beak in gray. Okay, so that's good. And then I need my pecan pie to, yep, here they are. I'm just moving these blends out of the way. I'm going to do my cattails. Like so. And I'm just going to go right down the stem. And we'll just kind of bring it down here. Like so. And I'm going to just color those cattails a little bit darker. Yeah, that looks good. Looks really good. All right. All right, we got our pieces, and now let's bring back in our card. I'll show you what I'm going to try to do different this time. All right, so now I took some two-tone cardstock, See, on the other night when I did it on mystery stamping, I put my sand underneath and then I put sand on here too. But I don't really love the ridge. So I'm going to try to do it with 2 strips of sand, right? Then my chair is going to be kind of in the sand. I've got my grass. I can put a piece of grass over there. And now because my water came down so low, I don't even need this much grass. So I'm going to tear it on the back this time because I'm using two-tone and I don't want that white showing. So I'm going to bring that down like that. And then on this one, let's see here, I want this to be a little bit lower. So I can have a little bit of, I don't want a straight line across. Some sand. I want a little bit of a hill, right? All right, so something like that. So now I got to make sure I cover up that part. And I don't necessarily have to go all the way up with the sand because my chair is going to be there. See, my chair covers up a lot of it. And I got a piece of grass here too. So I can cover up that corner pretty good, like so, because I want the sand as low as I possibly can go. So I'm just going to bring it up to there because that blue kind of fills it in. And we're going to do it like that. So this time I'm going to, instead of gluing it all the way under this piece and then on this piece, I'm gonna go right over my box part. Whoop, 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 whoop. Note to self, don't get the glue where you don't want it to be. So, okay. And then I'm going to tuck in my grass while I've got it right here. And that way my second sand there'll be kind of, the grass will be, so it's going to kind of go down to there and there. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Are you guys? So what you want to make sure is that your pieces don't go past the edge of your paper. Okay, and I've got a cattail here that I can stick in there. And I want this part here to be underneath the second piece of sand, so I'm going to bring it down a little bit, like that. And we'll put this one somewhere. And I've got my chair. My chair can sit up nice and high. There, you see how I hid where my blue was still showing? So, and I'm going to bring the sand close to the bottom there. All right. If you guys that were at the mystery stamping, I hope that you loaded your cards into the album. See, now look at the difference that made from my the one on the other night. I really like that. Okay, so now I can do this. I don't know why I got a little white there showing, but let's see. We'll put the chair just slightly on it. Okay, and then I got my coffee cup. All right, so let's do a little gluing. Let's see. That works good. I'm going to take a little Oh, I got a dimensional stuck on my thing because I used a dimensional earlier and then I moved it, so it has no sticky covering on the back. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that before it gets somewhere it's not supposed to. Okay, so I've got my bird, and I'm going to put my bird right in front of where that little bit is showing. So like that, and my coffee cup. Gotta have my coffee. Oh, look at how nice that looks. See how it worked out with my horizon? My water is starting here, meets up with here. I can still see my sun, and my, I should have done a little bit of, let me see if I can do that. Hold on. One moment, please. I'm going to rip this apart a little bit. And I am going to texturize that sand. I need to grab a different stamp set for that. This is what we did last time, if you recall. I used my little piece of sand right here. Fun, fun. Grab a block. Okay, so I need my pecan pie again. And I'm just gonna see how much that just changed it, adding that little bit. It's amazing. Just like that. Let's see if that was enough to, oh yeah, look at the difference that made. Let me just do one more little guy down at the bottom again. Well, now I can't stop. Hold on, one more. All right, let's, there. Okay, I like it. Luckily, because I used the glue, it hadn't dried all the way. Do I want that popped up? I kind of think I do, don't I? We're really changing this up a little bit, but that's okay because we can, right? Let me grab my dimensionals. Hello, Cindy. My good friend. I am thinking about you. Sending you love and hugs, honey. All right, so now I've got my chair. I'm going to have my chair popped up. Yes. Yes, yes. So Cindy, we did this card at Mystery Stamping, so I'm remaking it, but I'm also revising it slightly because, you know, we can, right? There's my chair. Oh, is that leaning back enough? I never know exactly how the lean on the Adirondack chair goes. There, a little bit like that, I think. Because we're here to relax, right? The armchair, the arm should be so that my coffee cup doesn't fall off. And now what I'm going to do is instead of, popping that up, I'm going to pop it up so that it goes a little under the arm. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of glue at the bottom because I've taken that off of the dimensional a couple of times. There, oh, so fun. Okay, I got another cattail I can do. Oh, you know what? I'll put that on the back. Where's my bird? Did the bird fly the coop? Where did it go? It already has a dimensional on it, so that's dangerous, you know. I already peeled off the dimensional, remember? Let's see. Oh no. Make sure it didn't end up in my trash bin when I scraped off the glue. Nope. Is it on my ink? My bird has flown the coop. Oh, you guys, why weren't you telling me it was right there? Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay, I don't want it touching my chair. The bird should not touch the chair. Okay, just like that. Doesn't that look fantastic with the horizon meeting up? It folds flat too. It goes right in an envelope just like that. So now let's do the back. And what I want to do is I want to do my and you guys all saw it. Oh, very funny. See how dark that is? Do the twist, tap, tap. Twist, tap, tap. We're gonna do the twist. All right, and I want my blueberry bushel. Okay. And I'm going to say, have a great birthday. Yes, it does, Anne. I hope. Let me check. Maybe I should have checked that first, right? All right. So I have that, and then I am going to just dip my piece in because I need a little bit of green right there. Oh, that was a lot of green. All right, well, see what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it right in that green, and there you have it. There's a will and a way, right? Okay, there we go. Look at that. It looks like that green was supposed to be dark like that right there. All right, let's go ahead and stick this on the back of my card. Oh, I got green on my fingers. Oops. Sorry, cattail. Did any of you guys watch the Kentucky Derby? Oh my gosh, the ending of it was so exciting. All right, one last thing. I need a greeting for the front. Do I really need a greeting for the front? Let me see, Anne. Yes, it does still stand up, luckily. All right, do I want a greeting on the front, or is it good enough without one? I think we should try a greeting. Let me see. I had today is your day. And I have just a little bit here that does not have any. I just want a skinny piece. Ooh, no greeting? Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. Where'd my little baby cutter go? All right, well, we'll use the big one, but the little one works so much better when I'm doing this kind of cutting. I found it. It's right where I left it. Okay, so if I do that, and I want to go really close, well, closer than that. All right, let's do this. Now, let me see if I can get really close without cutting my fingers. Don't watch, Mom. I'm going to cut with the knife really close to my fingers. There we go. Look at that. I did it. No blood. All good. I took the guard off because it was in my way. All right. How about I could put it down here? Today is your day. Because on my other one, see, I had it up here. But I think I'm just going to stick it down here. You know what? Well, no, I can't do it in basic beige because that would be too much basic beige down there. So we're going to do that. Ooh, that is daring stuff. I don't want to do that when I have it all put together. I could have. I should have, but I did not. All right, so I haven't taken my sticky off. I could do something like this, not over the chair, something like that. Makes it kind of crowded over on the square, don't you think? Did you guys, I could do it. I don't want it by the sun. I kind of like it down here. What do you guys think? Okay, so my choice is here or here. Ha ha ha. You really want me to try it, but where would I do that? Like right there? Stamp it right there? Well, you know what? Let's do it, and then I can cover it with this if I have to. All right. She's making me try something I really don't want to do. Not a fan of the white. I know it. It was too white, wasn't it? No, not right near the sun. Yes, on the orange. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like up at the top corner. Away from the sun, but I'm going to do it. I'm going up as high as I can. How's that? Today is your day. It kind of gets lost, but I'm going with it now. And if I don't like that, I could do that. But you know what? Let's do one more thing. Let's do the greeting on this and then do this. What, you like it like that? I don't know. Do I? Let me try this first. Because I might like this. And if I like it, you guys do too, right? I'll even cut it on an angle. Just to be different. All right, let's see here. I'm going to do a cutting instead of getting out that cutter. All right, so I have this. I could do it like that. Today is your day. You would have lowered it a little bit. It's too high. It's too close to the sun. I didn't want to get in the sun, but I do like it on the beige. All right, guys. Today is your day. I could push it. No, I can't push it too far. Can I wipe that ink off? Let me see if I can wipe it off. How much of a mess would it make if I, because on the designer paper, it's a little different texture. So I'm just going to try because I've got something that I can cover it up with. Yeah, it does look better than the white, definitely. Ooh. Okay, I better not do that too much, right? I got it on the what? The glue. I mean the blue. I am going to glue this down. I don't want it popped up. So I got to cover up where I just look at my papers wrinkled and everything. Yes, I'll have to make another one that because I already have the sun. Although, you know what I could do? I could take this sun. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to rip this off. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put this piece right there where it should have been. Oh, this is the piece that doesn't show the sun though. Oh yeah, it does right there. Okay. I'm going to do this. I got to cut it there. I got to cut it. Hold on. You guys. Hold on. I'm going to fix it. I am going to fix it. Because I need to go. If I did this, if I just stick it in there, I put it at the horizon. I just need to cut it at the top. There's my sun. My sun is still showing. Now my sun is directly over my chair. And then I can put my little, look. All right, that's another day. Let's do it. Let's just do it here. If the sun is low now, you have room for a sentiment up there. All right. Okay, you guys, I've got to just do this, right? Let me just mark my paper. Okay, so this was supposed to be an easy fun fold. And it is easy, I promise. It is easy. Okay, I just need a little dab. A little tiny bit right there. There. Just a little nick of that, and I'm going to push it up even, just a smidge. Because you know what? There's only opportunities and never mistakes. Okay. Just like that. Oh, let's get it on straight so it hides my DSP underneath that I'm going right over. There we go. Whoops, hold on. Not straight. This is called Funny Fun Fold. All right. So now I'm going to put this back on with a little extra glue since all right, look. Oops, don't have it ooze out. There. We have fixed it. Now, do I want this back up here? I think I do now. It's okay, but I am going to glue it flat. I'm not going to pop it. And I'm going to leave a little bit of the sunset showing like that. There's your card, guys. Easy peasy. And it folds flat to go in your envelope. Actually, I do kind of want it popped up. Hold on. We will pop that up. You know what? It's kind of like creating on the fly. Even though I did this the other night, I wanted to change it a little bit tonight. And I guess I really, really wanted to change it because that was a lot. And I just smudged my today. Hold on. One more time. And I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to show you the other cards that I have. Let me let that dry because I was handling it and I smudged it. Okay, so let me show you a different card that I made. Let me just make sure my hands don't have any ink on them too. Maybe that's where the smudge came from and not from being wet. Alrighty. So we have this one. Move all this. We have our mystery stamping one. Okay. And here's another one that I did. So I used the Pooh paper, the Silly Old Bear DSP, and I used these awesome dies that are part of the collection. Now, I only got the DSP. I did not get the stamp set, but look at these dies, you guys. Am I missing one, or did I put it in the wrong place? I think I'm missing one right here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find that. I think this one, maybe it's in the wrong spot. I think that goes over there. Nope. All right, I'll fiddle with it after. Okay, so the point is that I have, and this die came from there that I did the just a little hello. He's knocking at the door, Piglet. Okay, and there's the owl up above, and I see how I lined it up. I lined up the tree up here. And this leaf, those leaves got die cut, so that's really neat. And then look on the back. So glad we're friends. And off they go. So I just thought that was a nice little card. And then here are some cards that I've made that that also use this waterfront. So I've got this one. I showed that on the YouTube channel a week ago. And my sailing and my relax by the water with my coffee cup. Gotta have that coffee cup, right? All right, let me just chop this one down. And I'm gonna get out of here. You guys are probably like, she's crazy tonight. Not trying to be, I promise. Not trying to be at all. Okay. Let me get my scissors. I think it needs to be trimmed a little bit more. I didn't quite get that straight. I want it tight because I almost want it to be not noticeable. And you know, maybe I'll change that one too. Yes. There we go, you guys. I think I've got it. And I'm glad for your help setting me straight tonight. And I also got to put the gems on. I got to show you these gems. You like my Pooh card? Or Silly Old Bear. I got to stop calling it. Well, it is Pooh, but the DSP is. It just goes to show you don't always have to have the whole suite collection. And actually, this suite is not available right now, but it's only because of the embossing folder is out. So there. Look at that. I love it. Okay, so now there was one more thing I wanted to, oh yeah, I need my gems. So these are called the Sunset Sparkle Sequins. And we can add some sparkle, even though this already has quite a bit of bling on it. We are going to add some more. I really like the orange in there. So I'm going to add some more oranges. Whoops, a little too close to my words. There we go. Just two like that. I'm not going to add three, guys. I'm breaking the rules. I am not adding three. All right, there's my finished card. Even though there were some extra, not really steps, do-overs involved, it came out quite lovely. So the difference between this and the mystery stamping, I didn't texturize, and I used the white up at the top. So definitely like this one better. All right, let me come back and say goodbye to you guys. So I hope that you found that funny, a funny fun fold. And I'm sorry for, I don't know, just kind of like messing it up as I went. I was improving it while I was messing it up, right? So, Mom, I'm glad you got to watch me tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. And the rest of you have a great rest of your night, a fun weekend. And on Sunday morning, I will be here with the scrapbooking. I'm doing our on-stage trip, and it is so much fun. We did, I've done the jammy time. I've done, what else did I do? I can't remember. Jammy time is all that's sticking in my head. Oh, I did I used the flip flaps. So if you guys haven't watched that video, check it out where I did the flip flaps because I was like trying to jump up in the air. And if you look really closely, my foot did leave the ground. Okay, one of them did. I tried really hard. So, okay, see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'm almost at 600 subscribers. I've got 595, so I am getting so close to my goal of 600. My goal is really 1,000, but I'm going to take 600 and celebrate, right? So have a great night, you guys. Let me just check comments before I go. And yes, bye, everybody. Oh, happy Mother's Day to you all, too. So, you guys have a great weekend. Love ya. Bye.